Okay, welcome. I'm going to go with my beautiful deck that I always enjoy using by, what is it? Creatrix Awakened. Oh, I love it. It's just like, I'm going to pick one for you right now. It's not the one that I'm going to use unless it pops out, but the Beauty Way. It doesn't get any more beautiful than that. Wow. Okay. In the guidebook, it's right up my alley. It's just so, every word is meaningful. It's not a bunch of fluff. You know what I mean? It's like I can feel the truth in it. Oh, okay. Well, are we going there? I'm going to get the book for this one. We get Witch. Okay. It looks like a grandma. I don't know. I want to try to let you see. Witch. Harmony, invocation, anticipation. She has like a butterfly over her crown. Signifies transformation. Oh, there's a number 32 right here. I don't think these cards usually typically have a number on them. They do. I just didn't notice it before. So the fact that I'm noticing it for the first time, 32 is significant, or a number 5, or 23. Let's see what else in this that I'm recognizing. Owls. Thinking of ancestors, and she's a grandmom, so this has a lot of ancestry, okay, in this message. Transformation, ancestry, change. Number 5 is transformation and change. Okay. And the words on the card are harmony, invocation, anticipation, maybe anticipating change, welcome change in your life, inviting it, invoking it. Harmony. Maybe you wanted that change to be something that keeps you and maintains a harmonious state. Okay, let's look up Witch. Here we go, Witch. It's all the way in the back. Okay. Turn the light. Let's see. Meet the wise gaze of the witch. She invites you to acknowledge your inner wisdom, your magic, and sensual, intuitive nature, while cultivating kindred relationships with plants, crystals, animals, and benevolent allies. From wise matriarchs and medicine women to elemental, cosmic, and magical beings. Open yourself to play with the forces of power and magic, understanding the intricacies of medicine, energy, manifesting desires, and alchemy. The witch frees herself from limitations, roles, labels, and judgments. She reminds you to invoke the archetype of the wild, whole and multifaceted woman within you, the innocence of the maiden, the life-giving mother, the sovereign queen, and the all-knowing crone. Weave and work with your many facets, exploring yourself in the world around you, emboldening your inner power, and rooting deeply in Mama Gaia and your allies who walk alongside you in this life. This is ultimately how you offer yourself as the magic itself. I'll jump down a bit. Speak your magic and desires into the world, into your medicines and potions. Words are spells. Use them intentionally and with heart wisdom. Focus on living in harmony with life and the mystery. Reawaken the magic and power within and embrace your witchiness and the infinite magic you are. And the question that they have here is, what do you feel is your magic? What do you feel is your magic? Who are your main spirit guides or allies? What messages do your ancestors, guides, or allies have for you today? Wow. Let's ask that question. What messages do your ancestors, guides, or allies have for you today? How will they say that you could use your magic? And what is your magic? Also, we'll ask that. What is your magic? Okay. I'm going to use a few decks to answer that. On these cards, I will look at the image as well as the words. What are the ancestors wanting us to know about this message? Builder came out with creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Builder, your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So you are creative and you build. These two came out together. So you are creative. That's your magic. Your ancestors say whatever you're creative with, do that on not repetition in a routine, boring way, but just do it often until you have like a collection around you. I'm just picturing, like, I guess because she's painting. So if you paint, for instance, keep doing it until you have built up a collection. If you write, keep writing books until you have built up a collection. Don't just stop at 1 and 2 or 3 and think, okay, I want to become, a millionaire off of these 3 pieces. Do it as you're inspired to do it, and wherever that spark leads you, that's your magic. And just one day, who knows which piece is going to be the profitable one. But in the meantime, your magic is not just for profit. You're co-creating with God. That's the magic. So that is the magic, really, essentially. But using all your talents and that imagination and your heart and your intentions and hopefully good for the world wrapped all up in it. And then whatever you put out there will definitely bring you back love, profit, all the goodies. What else? Ancestors. Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Yeah, the more magical you are, the more empathic you are, the more you pick up on all kinds of things. You smell things like an animal, sense, or it's what they call it, clairsentient. You become, you hear things from far away. Those frequencies are real. You see things in that third eye, in a way that you never would have, or others probably around you that are not as sensitive will look at you like you're crazy. Well, how do you know that? You know what I mean? How did you dream that? So yeah, you be more sensitive. That is a magic. That is a magic. It's not explained. Don't waste your time trying to explain it. A word to the wise. Okay. And then 2 more. Oracle cards and body work. I will admit that at first when I saw these 2 pictures, I'm thinking a tattoo on your body of a beautiful oracle card that you like. You may, if you're into tattoos, there might be something that would be a constant reminder of that empowering card, for instance. So the message of the card, everywhere you go, it's kind of like a vision board on you. So that's what I was thinking, but I don't think that's the message. See, oracle cards and body work. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So helping people feel better physically with that body work. Whether you're a doctor, a masseuse, a Reiki master, discerning answers and guidance for yourself and others. This is very unique and beautiful. So if you're into spirituality and you have a knack for magic, for tarot, for anything, you know, let's just say, I don't want to say the secret arts, because for me it shouldn't be secret. It should be much more commonly known about and understood and lived, actually, and practiced. But you understand these things, you may not feel comfortable letting your clients know that this is what you're doing or you're understanding, but using those gifts while you're practicing your medicine as a doctor, or you're massaging, you know, as a masseuse, or whatever you do to help people physically heal, knowing maybe some aspects of their life, other than just, oh, my arm is hurting me today, you know, or, oh, my back is hurting me, or whatever you are treating them, knowing more about them as a person, their emotions, their stressors, can help you heal them more so than any technique you learned in school, or applying it together, combining it, using your magic to heal people physically, pretty much. It's beautiful. And that's not just for Reiki. Again, if you are in a traditional setting, you may not want to be, you may not even be allowed to say these things according to any oaths that you've taken, but in a professional environment. But you knowing yourself inside can be all the difference it makes. Anything else they need to know? One more. Writing, of course. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the world. And this says with the words you write. But maybe your message is meant to reach people all around the world. And what does that have to do with magic or witching? The good witch, the light witch, the white witch? Well, using that imagination. Think Harry Potter. What has been more successful than those books? But think Harry Potter and more than just a school about magic. And it wasn't just about magic, of course. It was about so many things. But like, instead of it being students in a setting like that, think how can you write about other aspects of life and incorporate magic into it? A cookbook can be written in a way and much more entertaining if you throw some magic and sparkle into it. Books about pets, pet care, you know what I mean? Anything you do, throw a little magic in it, spice it up a bit. That is what I'm getting from this. Your writing, infuse it with magic. And also, if you wanted to be successful, seeing it that way, use your own energy, healing of your sales. Like if your sales aren't, look into it, you know, start to research if you don't have it innately, if you weren't born just knowing. Try to find out, how can I use energy to raise my book sales, to gain me more notoriety or success in the art world, or, you know, whatever it is that you do, using energy for that. Look into it, learn about it. So say the ancestors. Let's get some ancestors' names to wrap this up. Names for our ancestors. I do see Clarence in my other deck here, sticking on top, getting my eye. Clarence Eugene Harold, Leroy, Stanley, and Ralph. Then we have Jennifer, Jasmine, Jessica, Joy, Jocelyn, and Josephine. Siobhan, Maeve, Niam, Aisling, Orla, Grain, Roisin, and Amir. Sakura, Hikari, Aiko, Yumi, Miyu, Haruka, Rina, and Ayaka. I want to do one more. Montel, Monica, Melissa, Estelle, Eden. Thank you for being here for this beautiful message about magic and how to use it. And I will see you in the next one.